I welcome you all to this class. I'm Miss Vandana Gupta, Assistant Professor of Mathematics. As I told you in the last lecture, that you have got 5 units in all. 2 units are from mathematics and 3 are from statistics. So today I'm going to start with Unit 3, which is from statistics, correlation, and regression. So unit 3 is bivariate linear correlation and regression. So this unit is divided into 2 subunits. First one is correlation analysis and the second one is regression analysis. So today I'm starting with correlation analysis. Now what is correlation? See, in the last semester, we studied the uh, statistical measures for a data which was containing only one variable. Let's say, for example, the marks of student or the weight or the height was given to you, and you have calculated various parameters for that kind of data, like you have calculated mean, median, mode, etc. In this, we are going to learn the relation between two variables. Means in the data, you will be given two variables. So that is how it is called as bivariate. See here, bivariate. Variate means variable, bi means two. So we are going to study two variables in the data. So if you are given two variables in the data, the following questions arise. What is the question? Are the two variables related? Second one, if they are related, how are they related? And the third, to what extent they are related. So the answer of these three is given by the correlation analysis. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are given the two variables x and y, where x denotes the height and y denote the weight. Suppose you are given a data of 10 students of the class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, their height and weight. We would like to find out what is the relation between height and weight. Is there any relation between them? Are they related? The second one, if at all they are related, what type of relation they have? See, generally we know that the taller people are also heavier. Okay, so we see that when the height increases, weight also increases. Of course, exceptions are there, but generally height and weight are related in such a way that if height of a person is more, weight also is more. Okay, so we say that if height increases, weight also increases. So such a type of correlation is called as positive correlation. Okay, similarly, one more example I can give you. Suppose X denotes the income of a family and Y denotes the expenditures. So suppose I have got the data of some 10 families where X denotes the income and Y denotes the expenses. Suppose I've got the data of 10 families. I would like to see, is there any correlation between the income and expenditure? We know that if income of a person is more, then his expenses are also more. So these two variables are also correlated. Okay. So correlation analysis is basically to see whether the two variables are related. So these two examples I have given. Like this, you can have many such examples. Second question is, if they are related, in what way they are related? how they are related. Means अगर x बढ़ता है तो y का क्या होता है? If x increases, is there an increase in y? Or if x increases, is there a decrease in y? Third one is to what extent they are related. Means if at all they are related, what is the magnitude of the correlation between these two variables? So this magnitude is given by a number. Okay. So there are some methods to calculate the measure of the correlation between the two variables. That measure is called as coefficient of correlation. So what is the definition? If two variables vary together, if two variables vary together in the same direction or in the opposite direction, they are said to be correlated. In the same direction meaning if x increases, y also increases. Opposite direction means if x increases, y decreases. So if they vary either in the same direction or in the opposite direction, they are said to be correlated. For example, there is a correlation between height and weight. Just now, the example which I gave you. Second one, there is a correlation between income and expenditure, right? Third one, there is a correlation. This is third example. There is a correlation between expenses on advertisement and the sales. If a company give more expenses for advertisement, then definitely their sales also increases. So there is some kind of correlation between the how much amount is spent on advertising the product and the sales of that product. So these are some of the examples where the variables are correlated to each other. Now the second one, types of correlation. If two variables x and y are such that if x increases, y also increases, or if x decreases, y also decreases. That means both are varying in the same direction. If x increases, y also increases. Or if x decreases, y also decreases. Means both are varying in the same direction. Then we say that x variables x and y are positively correlated, or there is a positive correlation between x and y. For example, see the example of positive correlation. There is a positive correlation between height and weight. As I just explained you, that if height of a person is more, the weight is also more. If height increases, weight also increases. So there is a positive correlation between height and weight. Second example, there is a positive correlation between income and expenditure. If the income is increasing, expenses also increases. So there is a positive correlation between income and expenditure. Look at the second type of correlation. If two variables x and y are such that if x increases, y decreases, or if x decreases, y increases, means where they are varying in the opposite direction, then we say that the variables x and y are negatively correlated, or there is a negative correlation between x and y. So in negative correlation, what happens? If x is increasing, y is decreasing. Or if x is decreasing, y is increasing. So they are varying in the opposite direction. So such variables are said to be negatively correlated. Examples of negative correlation. There is a negative correlation between price and demand. You know that in economics, you must have studied the demand function or demand curve. You might have seen the graph of the demand function. You know that if the price of a commodity increases, the demand decreases. Similarly, if the price decreases, demand increases. So price and demand, they vary in the opposite direction. Therefore, we say that there is a negative correlation between price and demand. One more example I had given you here. There is a negative correlation between number of counters in a bank and the time spent by a customer. If the counters are more, then a customer has to spend less time, okay, in bank. So there is again a negative correlation between the number of counters in a bank and the time spent by a customer. See, sometimes it happens that there is no correlation at all between the two variables. For example, suppose I take here the data of some 10 students where X denotes the marks in mathematics and Y denotes the weight of father. I have here the data of say 10 students. Okay, the first column, that is X, denotes the marks in mathematics, and the second column Y denotes the weight of the student's father. You know that there is no correlation between these two variables. A student, how much marks he has scored in mathematics has nothing to do with the weight of his father, his or her father. Okay, so there is no correlation between X and Y. No correlation. Okay, so we have seen three types of correlation. One is positive correlation, second is negative correlation, and third one where there is no correlation. See, one more point is there. If the change in one variable is proportional to the change in the other variable, then the two variables are said to be perfectly correlated. What is the meaning of perfect correlation? If the change in one variable is happening in proportion to the change in the other variable, then you will say that the variables are perfectly correlated. Now, to uh, see the correlation, we can use a graphical method, which is called as a scatter diagram. Let us see what is a scatter diagram. So, a scatter diagram is a tool for analyzing relationship between two variables for determining how closely the two variables are related. So, to see the scatter diagram, what we do, one variable is plotted on the x-axis, which is the horizontal axis, and the other one is plotted on the y-axis, that is vertical axis. And from the pattern of their intersecting points, which we see in the graph, we can see um, the correlation between them, whether it is positive, negative, or there is no correlation. Let us see here. So one method to check the correlation between two variables is the graphical method. In this method, what we do, we take the values of one of the variable on x-axis and the other variable on the y-axis. Let us see how we do that. Suppose you have the data of height and weight of some students. Okay. So what we will do here, on the x-axis, we will plot height, and on the y-axis, we will take the weight. Okay. And you will be given some values here. Okay. So with respect to these two variables, you will be having a point xy, correct? Suppose the height is 5 feet and the weight is 40. So it will give you the point 5 and 40. So we will, suppose here we are having 10, 20, 40, 50, 60, like that. So 5 and 40. So this point you will get here. Okay. Similarly, we will also draw the points for the other values. From the pattern of these points, one can find out the type of correlation between these two variables. So if the points are showing an increasing type of pattern, like rising, like the points are like that, for example, here, if you see the pattern, so it is showing an increasing. If x is increasing, I mean the height is increasing, weight is also increasing. So if such kind of pattern you see, then we can say that there is a positive correlation. Whereas, suppose there are two variables, x and y, where suppose my x is the price and y is the demand. You already know the graph of demand function, how it looks like. Suppose this is the price and this is the demand. And then here is the point, xy. So we will take the price on the x-axis and the demand on the y-axis. You will notice that if you plot these points, you will see the pattern of the points like this. So they are moving from the left upper corner to the right lower corner. So see the downward uh, pattern of the points. And you also know that the demand curve is like that. When the price is increasing, the demand is decreasing. Okay. So this shows a negative correlation between the two variables, price and demand. Now, let us see the third type. Suppose I take X as the marks obtained by the student in mathematics and Y the weight of his father. And if I want to see if these two variables are correlated from the scatter diagram, I will plot the points, corresponding point on the graph paper, and will see the pattern. So look at here. Here is the marks and here is the weight of father. And you are having some values given to you. What are you going to do? You are going to take marks on the x-axis and weight of father on the y-axis. And you are going to plot the points. You will see that when you plot the points are very, very randomly scattered in the on the graph. This type of pattern, which does not give you any particular type of pattern. The points are haphazardly scattered. okay, on the graph paper. You cannot predict a pattern. So such type of, see, for example, here, if the marks is this much, height of father may be here or here or here. There are 3 points here. Okay. So you are not able to see any particular type of pattern. So from this type of scatter diagram, we can say that the two variables have no correlation between them. So yeah, for example, to analyze the pattern of motorcycle accidents on a highway, we'll select the two variables. One will be the speed of the motorcycle and y will be the number of accidents. And we will draw the scatter diagram. Once the diagram is completed, it is noticed that as the speed of the vehicle increases, the number of accidents also goes up. This shows that there is a relationship between the speed of vehicle and accidents happening on the highway. So they are positively correlated. So we can plot the scatter graph diagram, and from the pattern we can find out the type of correlation between the speed of the motorcycle, that x, and the number of accidents, that is y. So the same thing which I had explained you, I have written here. Scatter diagram correlation patterns. The degree to which the variables are related to each other depends on how the points are scattered over the chart. The more the points plotted are scattered over the chart, the lesser is the degree of correlation between the variables. More the points plotted are closer to the line, the higher is the degree of correlation. So if the points are close to each other, the degree of correlation is more. If they are scattered over the graph, then the degree of correlation will be less. Okay. And the extent to which they are correlated, that measure is denoted by small r, which we are going to see how to calculate that in the next class. Scatter diagram gives only the direction of correlation, whether it is positive or negative, or it does not have any correlation at all. But it does not, that is the drawback of this scatter diagram. It will only give you in what way they are related, positively, negatively, or there is no correlation. But it does not give you the numerical measure of the degree of correlation. It only gives you uh, the type of correlation. So it only answers our second question. So as I told you that whenever a bivariate data is given, you have three questions in your mind, and this scatter diagram answers your first and second question. There is a correlation. Yes, there is a correlation, and what? Sorry, this one. They are what way they are related. Okay, but it does not give you the answer for this. What is the magnitude or measure of the correlation? So that is given by coefficient of correlation, and how to calculate that we will see in the next class. Now here I have shown you some graphs, scatter diagrams. One more point here. If the points tend to fall along a line running from the lower left hand corner to the upper right hand corner, means like this. See here, uh, lower left hand corner, here, lower left hand corner to the upper right hand corner, then we call it as, then the two variables are said to be positively correlated. If the points tend to fall along a line running from the upper left corner, means if the points are here, upper left corner to the lower right corner, if the pattern is like that, then the two variables are said to be negatively correlated. And here, if the pattern is like that, means the points are in this direction. If the points tend to fall along a line which is running from the lower left hand corner to the upper right hand corner, then there will be a positive correlation, and like this it is negative correlation. Sometimes, as I told you, sometimes the points are randomly distributed. That is, both small and big value of y can be found corresponding to small and big and small value. So they are haphazardly. So that will give you the variables are not correlated. Okay. So here I have tried to give you the uh, diagram. So this is a positive correlation. Here the points, they are moving from lower left corner to the upper right corner. So there is a positive correlation. See the movement of the points. Here, negative correlation. They are moving from the lower upper left corner to the lower right corner. So this direction. So it is a negative correlation. No correlation means they are haphazardly scattered. Next one. See here. Again the same thing. This I have taken from your book only. So sometimes you may get a question like this. Write a short note on scatter diagram, or what is scatter diagram. So you have to explain the way how I have done in this PPT. You can also draw these pictures and you can write there what type of correlation. So this shows a negative correlation. This is absence of correlation. There is no correlation at all. This is perfect positive. See, if the correlation is perfect positive, all the points will lie in a straight line. See, in the previous picture, they were not in the straight line, but they were, see, if I draw a straight line here, they were very close to the straight line, but not everything was falling on the straight line. Similarly, here also, if I draw a line, the points were close to the line, but they were not on the line. Okay. Here, but if the lines are falling on the line, then we say that there is a perfect positive correlation. If the line is like that, okay, from as you see in this picture, then there is a perfect positive correlation. If the line is like that, then the perfect negative correlation. So I hope you have understood what is scatter diagram and how it is used to find out the correlation between the two variables. So that's all for today. Thank you so much. In the next class, we will see how to calculate the magnitude of correlation between the two variables.